by the way, that has made a resurgence. As someone who's still on the front lines of this stuff, do you think we should refer to the patriarchy?
I think patriarchy is unhelpful because patriarchy is actually not a Bible word. People say, well, yeah, it is. Patriarch, right? I mean, the word patriarch is in the Bible, and the book of Acts refers to the patriarchs of the Old Testament. That's the word patriarch. The word patriarchy is the coinage of Kate Millett and the feminists from the 70s. And when they coined the term patriarchy, what they meant by that was, embedded in the definition was misogyny and something that was wrong and abusive. So it wasn't just rule of the father. That's not what patriarchy meant when they coined it in the 70s. So I think that there's too much propaganda attached to the term owing to its coinage among the feminists for it to be useful. Now, I have friends who disagree and they think that it's a helpful term. I disagree. I disagree. I think there's more to the term. You have to sit there and explain what you don't mean if you use the term. And so I'd rather just use something, even though I think complementarianism is cumbersome, I think it's descriptive of the view, because complement is something that completes. And so,
and then Arianism is something you're all about.
Yes. And the Arianism, we all want that.
We want that.
No, but to be a complementarian is to speak of manhood and womanhood in terms of the Lord has made male and female to complete one another in unique ways. They're both, created in God's image. They're equal with respect to their value and worth, the benefits of redemption, but they have differences that are complementary. And those are biological, but those are also social in the way by God's design. And so when you say patriarchy, it doesn't communicate all of that.
Yeah.
I think some people, though, prefer it because the part of complementarianism that is most contested today is the part that has to do with headship. That's the part that's contested. Now, complementarianism isn't only that, but it's the part that's contested, and it's the part that people end up arguing about the most, and there's the most controversy about. And so I think the people who want to use the term patriarchy think, well, that gets right to the point, but I still think I don't think it does. It has connotations beyond headship.
And I think it shows that you're living a little bit in a bubble. Cause like I'm trying to think about when I'm trying to discuss these issues with people outside of my very narrow, hyper conservative reform circle, which I'm very at home in.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm trying to talk to them about these things. That word is so loaded, not only historically, but emotionally. Yeah, I just don't think it's worth it. In the English language, which is not a dead language, words can change. It doesn't have a good root, and in our own day, it just carries too much baggage.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what's the point of trying to claim it?
Yeah,
it's not even reclaiming it. But as I said, it was a coinage of feminists.
That's right.
Why would you want to try to claim it? So anyway,
so we're sticking with complementarian.
I am. Yeah. I've been at this for decades at this point, and I don't think there's a better term to describe what I think the Bible is teaching about this.
Yeah.